Yeah, man, we're back, man. And for the GOAT debate, if anyone else tries to tell you how to do the GOAT debate, this is the best way you have got to do it for you. Now, this is the best way I can describe how to do the GOAT debate. Yeah. I thought about this, yeah. It's very simple. Because I've seen quite a few people do it. But like for me, it's like this is how you do the GOAT debate, bro. If you're discussing GOAT debates, you have to go in this order, bro. You have to go with players that have done it for one season where they were arguably the best player in the world for that season. Yeah. And then you gotta go for players that have done it for 2+ seasons where they were definitely the best player in the world. And then 3 seasons where they were definitely the best player in the world. And then 4+ seasons where there have been 4+ seasons where you were definitely the best player in the world and no one can argue it. So for this season, not this season, but you get what I mean. For the season where you were definitely the best player is Lewandowski, Benzema. I would put Kante in there for a season. Kante. And one more season. I would say Xavi and Iniesta. I'll just put them as a pair. This is just an example, yeah. For that season, they were the best player for that season. You can't argue it. For one season. Now, for 2 seasons, where it's for 2 seasons, you were the best player for 2 seasons. Lewandowski, Messi, Ronaldo. I don't want to put Zidane in there. Because here's what I think when I hear Zidane, yeah? People that say Zidane is more known for big games. If we were talking about big game player, the one who's I want him to step up the most, I would say Zidane. But I'm not gonna pick Zidane. No, I'm not picking Zidane. Because Zidane is a big game player, but for consistent from start to finish, I'm not gonna pick Zidane. That's why I don't have him in the first category. So yeah, Messi, Ronaldo, Lewandowski for two seasons where definitely they're the best player. Messi, Ronaldo, Lewandowski, R9, and who, man? This shit is actually fun, bro. This is actually fun. R9 and Maradona and Maradona and Pele. Yeah, Maradona and Pele for 2 seasons where they were generally GOATed. Yeah. Now when we go to 3+ seasons, that's where it gets a bit booky, because when discussing the GOAT debate, there's very few players that have done it for 3+ seasons. And y'all are gonna hate me for this, but Wayne Rooney, Messi, Ronaldo, Neuer. Now, hear me out with the Neuer thing. There was generally 3 seasons where Neuer was just unbeatable. When I say unbeatable, I mean unbeatable. His most underrated year for me is 2011. Yeah. But there was this season where 2012, he was the best goalkeeper. 2013 and 2014. Those 3 seasons, he was generally there with Messi and Ronaldo. Neuer was that guy. When you're talking about the best players in the world, it was Messi, Ronaldo, Xavi, Iniesta, Neuer. Those were the players. Bro. I'm telling you that right now. Neuer, bro, for those 3 seasons, for those 3 years, 2012, 13, and 14, you could make the case that this guy is a part of the GOAT debate, bro. And he continued it until 2020. then he tailed off. But it was more of like he was consistent. But those 3 seasons was generally like one of those players where I have to put him there with one of the best players. Now, when we get to 4+ seasons, there's only 2 names. There's only 2 names. Messi and Ronaldo. That's why. That's why when discussing the GOAT debate, you have to take into account why do we discuss Messi and Ronaldo. Because I know people want to put in Maradona. I know people want to put in Pele. Contrary to errors and all that, there were generally seasons where Messi and Ronaldo were just that. They went for 15+ years, bro. From 2008 up until 2018, 2019, where it was genuinely one of these players winning the Ballon d'Or, no one else. Apart from like 2018, where I think Ronaldo should have won it or Griezmann should have won the Ballon d'Or. Up until like those years, you had no doubt it was going to be Messi or Ronaldo, Messi or Ronaldo, Messi or Ronaldo. Yeah. And for Neymar, I can't put Neymar in this. Even for the one season, because like he had seasons where he could have been number 1, but he was injured. But there were seasons where he was playing to his absolute potential, but Messi and Ronaldo were just not letting go of those 2 top spots. Yeah, he could never crack into that top spot. So I understand that. That's why when people are discussing the GOAT debate in football, you always have to look at those seasons on how many times you were the best player. And that's why it keeps on going from 2008 until like 2019 when it was that. Yeah. Now for me, here's the deal breaker. Here's where the GOAT debate, is clear. Here's where it's clear. Because after that, Ronaldo, respectfully, he fell off. Respectfully. I'm not here to shit on him. Like, respectfully, after 2020, he fell off, bro. That's not me even being disrespectful, bro. He fell off. Probably not say he fell off, but he couldn't do it at the highest of levels anymore. Whilst Messi, on the other hand, 2020, he wasn't Messi anymore. But 2021 came back and won the Ballon d'Or. Whether you want to give it to Lewandowski or Messi, doesn't matter. My man, my GOAT, got the Ballon d'Or. 2022, because he won the Copa America in 2021, 2022, he won the World Cup, solidifying his legacy as the best player to ever touch planet Earth of all time. He did that, and after like the 2022 World Cup, it was pretty much unanimous, even for the casuals, where it's like, yeah, Messi's the GOAT, you can't really do anything about it anymore. And then after 2022 happened, it kind of like, he was running off to the sunset, bro. And Ronaldo, I think Ronaldo low-key hurt himself, because his World Cup legacy is atrocious, don't get it wrong. But he low-key hurt himself for one, moving back to United, because like that move was terrible. It was terrible. He should have went to City. If not City, he should have went to like a team like Juve. A team like Inter. Should have went to those kind of teams. Or City, not United. That singular move ruined his legacy, ruined his chance of the GOAT debate. And his things with Portugal, he got them a Euros, but bro, you can't be going out here and calling the World Cup a 7-game tournament, bro. That's just disrespectful. Just gotta keep the same energy, bro. So that's why when discussing the GOAT debate, and you wonder why people say, oh, it's between Messi and Ronaldo, because like there were seasons, so many seasons where these guys were the best players. You just couldn't escape it. These were the seasons where like, yeah, these guys are just on it, bro. At the same time, man. So yeah, do be like that, man. And I hope you all enjoy this, man. Like, look, like I just found this out too, man. Like, oh, you can do like the GOAT debate like this when discussing the GOAT debate on how many seasons you were at the top of your game. And shit, man, it's like that, man. Yamal's winning 8 Ballon d'Ors.